This story to me is probably the most surprising one to come out of CinemaCon. And you know what? It kind of flew under the radar for a lot of people. So, according to comicbook.com, Warner Brothers is developing a new Looney Tunes movie, a new Tom and Jerry movie, and a new Flintstones movie, and all three are set to be released in theaters. Now, we didn't really get a lot about Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry, but we do have some previous reports about the Flintstones movie, which was announced back in 2023. So, via Deadline, the movie, this is from Deadline's report in 2023, the movie's going to be titled Meet the Flintstones. And Warner Brothers president of feature animation Bill Damashiki described the film as an origin story for the Flintstones characters. It sounds kind of like Flintstones Viva Rock Vegas, that live action movie they did in like 2000. So, and it's going to be developed by the Super Mario Bros. Movie directors Aaron Horvath and Michael Jelenic. And as I said earlier, to me this was the most shocking thing to come out of CinemaCon, because this attitude of like, oh, we're making a Looney Tunes movie, a Tom and Jerry movie, a Flintstones movie, that's very different from what we've kind of had from Warner Brothers under Discovery, because we've talked about, like, The Day the Earth Blew Up, the Looney Tunes movie, which I saw. Mwah, chef's kiss, perfection.
Yeah, I continue to hear good things about that.
Yeah, oh, it's so good. That was going to be a tax write-off, and then Ketchup Entertainment saved it. Coyote vs. Acme was canceled, and then after what happened with The Day the Earth Blew Up, it's being saved again by Ketchup. So Warner Brothers got rid of 2 Looney Tunes movies, and they've been removing animation from Max. Boy, do I miss when it was called HBO Max, because what kind of a name is Max? Yeah. But they're just taking stuff off, and so it's shocking to me. But, hey, look, if we're going to get something new, I'm all for it. I just hope, please, for the love of God, don't have it be another live-action animation combo like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Please just have it be fully animated.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm a bit shocked about that. And I'm also a little bit surprised. Like, look, I mean, Flintstones was always TV, but, like, even though the Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry shorts were released in theaters, everyone who thinks of them as movie stars is dead now. Like, we all think of them as TV characters. So, to me, that's a little surprising that they're going and making movies of them and not giving them TV shows. But, look, I'm up for more of these franchises. Like, Looney Tunes is my favorite animated franchise of all time. And after that, I would have, under Looney Tunes and Simpsons, I would put the Flintstones up there too. And I really enjoy Tom and Jerry. It'll be interesting how they do a full Tom and... Well, look at that right there.
There he is.
You got your own Tom right there.
Yeah, speak of the devil.
The scary thing is if you look in the corner and you see a Jerry on your book stand.
Oh, yeah, like, oh, you're supposed to get that.
Yes, you hand him a hammer and say, go get him, boy.
Yeah.
So, I'm really surprised by it, but yet I like this idea. I like having these characters still around, still being reinvented. Personally, I think they'd be better off as on TV, because that's where I think they work better. But look, after The Day the Earth Blew Up, you want to do more Looney Tunes movies, and if you got a great idea, go for it. Looney Tunes would be the one I'm the most interested in. This Flintstones one that we have a lot more details of does sound cool. It does sound, I don't know, maybe you could do like a romance movie about how Fred and Wilma and Barney and Betty got together, and do something different than the Viva Rock Vegas movie. Tom and Jerry, I mean, you'll have to populate it with other supporting characters, But they did a great direct-to-video movie called The Fast and the Furious, where it's them in a race, and you have all these other crazy characters in the race with them. Like, there's this old lady voiced by Charlie Adler, who's Buster Bunny in Tiny Toons, and she was great, but she dies at the end. It was awesome. So, surprised by this news, but I really like it nonetheless. So, what do you think about this news about doing new Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry, and the Flintstones movies? And I guess more what you think about the premise of what's being described as an origin story for the Flintstones. By the way, I should also say, we have had, even though I talked about the live-action Flintstones movie, there was an animated one in the 60s. So all these characters have been in animated films in theaters. It hasn't just been the Who Framed Roger Rabbit style. So they have been in animated movies before.
Right. But yeah, it's been a long time. Hey, look, I mean, we've seen some success apparently with making this stuff work in the 2020s here, in the roaring 20s that have been perfectly good so far. So yeah, I mean, I like the idea that these characters, these franchises aren't just kind of sitting there and dying. I don't personally have that much attachment to Flintstones. I remember seeing it, like, it would be on a couple times, and but I never, I don't have much to comment on Flintstones. I'm really not that familiar. I did watch a lot of Tom and Jerry. I remember, as a kid, really liking the movie, and later returning and thinking it didn't like age particularly well. From what I remember, even when I returned to it, it was quite a while ago. But I remember it blowing my mind that they talked. I was like,
"Oh, that movie!"
Yeah, yeah.
When they turned into Disney characters.
Yes, I was like, they can do that. They're talking now. Yeah, this is just look, I had no taste. Look, you might have had taste as a child. I did not.
Well, I didn't see that until years later.
Yeah.
And I literally...
Was it good? I don't remember.
No.
I thought that's what I had a feeling it wasn't good. I just couldn't
There's a moment where I'm just like, do I tell you? It's just like
yeah.
Like, no. It was blasphemy to have him talk.
I know. But again, when I remember revisiting it and thinking it didn't age well, but remembering as a kid that I would watch it over and over again. Anyway, let's hope they don't make them talk again.
I think they learned their lesson. You know, there probably is like somewhere in a rule book at Warner Bros. Saying, "Don't ever do that again."
Yes,
'cause I think it flopped at the box office too.
Probably. So yeah, excited about Tom and Jerry. It should be interesting to see what they do with that. Definitely cool. And more Looney Tunes is always good as well.
You know, we'll open up this little rabbit hole again. Now, we don't know a lot about the Looney Tunes movie. All we know is that they're making a Looney Tunes movie.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think could be in it? Because I'm just remembering that right around the time Discovery took over, they canceled a movie mid-production that was called, I can't remember what it was called, but it was a Bugs Bunny musical movie. And like they had actually recorded some voice tracks, and you can find online Eric Bauza as Bugs Bunny singing some songs. Do you think they would maybe revive that, or do you think it'll probably be like a new movie with like just the whole group together? Like, do you think, because Day the Earth Blew Up was just Daffy and Porky, do you think they'll do like a kind of ensemble thing of all the Looney Tunes characters? What do you think? Could you see that movie being revived, and who do you think would be in it?
For being in it, I don't know. I think I would lean towards, getting an ensemble after we had one that wasn't. But, maybe they'll find, like, another pairing that works or something like that. So, and that could be interesting to find different pairings.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't think they'll revive... I think it was Bye Bye Bunny I don't think they'll revive it, but yeah, I think probably we'll have at least a little bit of an ensemble, maybe even a trio of Bugs, Daffy, and Porky. They were a great trio in the Looney Tunes show. That was in Cartoon Network in the early 2010s, so maybe they'll do something like that.
Yeah.